Hey guys, welcome to Instagram Live. My name is Annie Spano. I'm the founder of Style Collective, which is a platform for female influencers to connect, grow, and learn how to be successful bloggers and entrepreneurs. Today's topic is why buying followers is damaging your brand. So I love these hot topics. We try to do one hot topic a month. We've talked about comment pods. We've talked about follow, unfollow. You can find those posts under our education page or the resources page on the Style Collective website if you are a member. If you are a member of Style Collective, send me your favorite emoji right now. If you're an SC sister, say hi, send me some hearts. And in a little bit, we will be talking about why buying followers is damaging your brand once a few more people tune in. So I am in Florida this week. Sorry, my hair got a little messed up. And I am in Florida this week. My setup is interesting right now. I have literally on a stand. My phone is in my stand and it's on top of a vitamin bottle because I didn't have any kind of platform to put my phone on top of. So I'm hoping it doesn't fall off of this vitamin bottle. Otherwise, we're gonna have a situation. So anyways, this week we're talking about why buying followers is damaging your brand. I'm gonna start with, hey Alex, I'm gonna start with a quote from Guy Kawasaki. I don't know if you guys know who he is, but he's a pretty big authority within the social media space. And he says that there are two types of people that are on social media. Okay, those that want more followers and those that lie. Okay, so who do you think buying followers falls into? People that truly just want more followers and want to genuinely help others and engage, or do you think that they fall into the category of people that are doing something that's more along the lines of lying because they're purchasing their followers? I'll let you guys decide that. But who doesn't want more followers? I mean, I don't know about you guys. I would love to have more followers. That means there's more people that I could impact, more people that I could help, and who doesn't want more followers to be able to grow their influence and help others? Really, relationships are how people thrive. It's an essential part of being a human. You thrive from meaningful relationships with others. So having and growing your influence is just part of our human nature. It's what we want to do. It's how we feel fulfilled. It's how we stay connected with one another. And you can go online for a few dollars and get instant gratification and purchase followers, but honestly, that's a quick fix, and it's nothing more than a quick fix. So if you're a member, you can log into Style Collective and read this post later and reference it. We have a ton of resources linked throughout this post. These are all things that we do ourselves to grow the Style Collective Instagram account. It's things that I do to grow my account as well. So the first thing you want to keep in mind is numbers are not everything, right? It's not totally true, but the relevant numbers are really important. What are the relevant numbers? So when you're trying to grow your influence, leads, conversions, web traffic, okay, these are the stats that matter. These are the stats that are important. Not an inflated Instagram following. Because if you have a whole following that doesn't actually do anything, they don't convert, they don't sign up for an email newsletter, they don't make a purchase, they don't do anything that you want them to do through your influence, then what's the point? It's just an artificial number. It's not doing anything to help you. So those are the important numbers that you want to have. You can find this in your Google Analytics data. You can find out what are you doing on social media that's impacting your numbers that really matter. These are some articles that we have linked in this post that are exclusive for members. So you can figure out right now, what are you doing on social media that's impacting your numbers that really matter? So this is for members only. You can log in and get that link in this post. Make it a habit to definitely review your data and note down the trends that you see, because these are the ones that you want to keep doing and improving upon and growing. Number 2, fake it till you make it, except with followers. Don't do it with followers. Don't buy your followers. There's nothing wrong with a little white lie every now and then, but buying fake influence goes beyond this white lie territory. Just don't do it. It's not ethical. It probably doesn't tie to your personal values. If one of your personal values is integrity, definitely a red flag is going off there, and you should not purchase followers. Okay, we believe that you should do whatever it takes to get your confidence up and to unleash your inner girl boss, but you should do it in an authentic and a meaningful way. If you're a member of Style Collective, you know we're all about authenticity, defining your values, living your values to find your purpose and live your passion. Buying followers does not tie to any of this, okay? So we have a guide that we've linked here on what we recommend that you can do instead to stay authentic to your brand, and buying followers is not one of those things. All right, number 3 reason why you should not buy followers. So number 1 was numbers aren't everything. Number 2, fake it till you make it except for followers. Number 3 reason why you should not buy followers. It's obvious. Can anyone else tell when you go to click on someone's account and you see that they have 50,000 followers, and then you look at their photo and it has a few hundred likes and 0 comments? Or all the comments are a bunch of random emojis, or people saying cool, or follow me, or good stuff, great shot. These are all fake, okay? It's so easy to tell. Reason number 3, it's so easy to tell. Your engagement rate definitely matters more than your follower count. If you have fake followers, you're not gonna have real engagement. You're gonna have fake engagement, okay? So when your engagement rate will definitely be skewed as well, and not in a good way, because if you have an inflated following, you could have a low number of likes and a low number of comments. And brands definitely catch on to this. If you are working with brands as one of your monetization strategies and they go to your account and see that your engagement is really low, they're going to be able to catch on to this, and it doesn't look good for you. It definitely does not look good. So we have a few tips in here. You can try our engagement rate calculator that we have linked here, and you can also check out our PR 101 series for bloggers that kind of explains from the brand perspective of what they look for when they work with bloggers. Let's see, number 4. Okay, this is probably the biggest one. It's against the terms of service of Instagram. So do you want to get your Instagram account deleted? Okay, I didn't think so. If you don't want to get your Instagram account deleted, that's another reason why you should not buy followers. It's against the terms of service. So basically the short version, the too long didn't read, this is what Instagram says. Buying followers is in violation of Instagram's terms of service, and you risk Instagram removing your account with virtually no recourse available. That's pretty much the summary of what their terms of service states. If you want to read the long version, we've linked their community guidelines within the post. Let's see, number 5. Okay, so I'll quickly recap. Reasons why you should not buy followers. 1, numbers aren't everything. 2, fake it till you make it except for followers. 3, it's really easy to tell. 4, it's against the terms of service of Instagram, which is a big red flag. And number 5, it's your reputation. Do you really want to put your reputation on the line? If you are starting a blog and your goal is to help people be genuine and be authentic and find people in an organic way, right? Slowly but surely reaching out and growing your influence, then why would you put your reputation on the line? If someone is following you and one day you have 1,000 followers and the next day you have 100,000 followers, let's say, it's gonna look sketchy to your followers, and they're gonna be like, what's up with that? What happened to this girl? Why does she have so many followers all of a sudden? And maybe they don't trust you anymore. So at the end of the day, it's your account. You can do whatever you want. This is our opinion at Style Collective. You can take it or leave it, but this is our opinion. This is what we are advising the members of Style Collective. Okay, do whatever you want, but we don't think that it's worth risking your reputation and all of the other reasons that we listed before. It's getting easier and easier to tell who buys fake followers, and you will definitely look scammy. Do you want your reputation to be scammy? It's a fair question. We didn't think so. You can use a service like Social Blade that will give you a rating based on the perceived authenticity of your account, which I don't know how valid that service is either, because if you've never bought followers, it may give you a bad rating. There's no real way. I know 4Card also says that they have a way to tell if your following is authentic, and I'm sure they have great formulas and great algorithms and technology in place, but Instagram is very secretive about their proprietary information within the app. They give very little information for everyone else to access, so it's an educated guess at best. So take those for what they are. Use them as educational resources for yourself, but don't take it like it's gold and that's the only thing, right? Because there could be some incorrect reporting going on. You don't know what they're using to calculate those figures, but they're a good reference. They're definitely a good reference. So we definitely have some fake followers on Style Collective as well. It's going to happen if you have a public account. It's the nature of being on Instagram. There are bots everywhere, there's fake accounts everywhere, and you're likely to be followed by one. So if you are, don't panic. It happens to everyone. We have fake robot accounts that follow Style Collective too, and like, we don't buy followers. They just happen to find us and follow us. And so we give examples in this post of how you can find these fake accounts and what they look like. That's how you can tell that they're fake. All right, so we have a lot of resources linked throughout this post to help you guys grow your following in a more authentic way. What are you doing on social media that really impacts your numbers? That's one thing that's linked for members only. We have an engagement rate calculator. We have PR 101 series for bloggers so you can find out what brands are looking for when they work with bloggers. We have linked Instagram's terms of service if you want to check those out. We talk about follow-unfollow strategy if you want to check out that article from a previous Instagram Live that we did. We are talking about focusing on creating awesome content. We have a lot of tips for that. That's what the strategy that I follow. That's the strategy that we follow on Style Collective. We create lots of awesome content, and that's what contributes to our growth. Okay, so we have all of our secret tips for creating awesome content. We have great resources like the blog prep kit. It's a little bit of a tongue twister. Blog prep kit to help you plan all of your amazing content. Content is the backbone of everything that you do as an influencer, and if you don't have great content, you're not going to have a great following either. Okay, how do you build a loyal, engaged follower base? We have a link to that article too. We have a link to how to be authentic online. Find your why and stick to it is another article that we've linked as well. So although I did give you everything within this post about why you should not buy followers because it damages your brand, there are tons of other resources to help you grow your following that I did not talk about on this Instagram Live that are only for Style Collective members. So if you're not a member, check out the link in the bio. It's only $10 a month or $99 a year. It's like basically 2 Starbucks. So you get a lot with your membership. Do you guys have any questions for me about buying followers? I saw some things pop up, but I try not to interrupt myself because then I lose my train of thought, and I know that for the people listening, it's also, it can disrupt the listening flow as well. So if you guys have any questions now would be a good time to ask. But I can recap real quick. Numbers aren't everything. Fake it till you make it except with followers. It's really easy to tell. It's against the terms of service, and your reputation is on the line. Those are the 5 reasons why you should not buy followers. Definitely not. I think it's a good idea to report spam accounts if you come across them. It helps the Instagram community, which is awesome. Engagement ratio, what's good? Your engagement ratio can be anywhere from 1 to 10%. And it's not necessarily good or bad. It's how does that engagement rate affect your rate when you pitch brands. And we have a calculator for that takes into account your following size and your engagement rate. So if you have a 1% engagement rate because you've had Instagram for 5 years and maybe you have followers that no longer use their accounts, that's not your fault, and it just means that you'll charge a little bit less for a sponsored post when you work with a brand. If you have a really awesome engagement rate that's like 10% or more, then that is going to affect the rate that you can charge for an advertisement with a brand. So really, engagement rate comes into play when you're working with a brand for a sponsored piece of content and you're trying to calculate your rate. So we have a calculator on the Style Collective website that takes into account your following size and your engagement rate. So it's not whether it's good or bad, it's just what is it. And we also help you figure out how to calculate your engagement rate on that post as well. The question is about how do you increase impressions and reach. So we have a lot of articles linked at the bottom here. Creating awesome content, the blog prep kit, building a loyal, engaged follower base, and being authentic. Those are the 4 articles that I would recommend that you read. Really, it comes down to creating awesome content. Awesome content. That's the first thing that you should be focusing on. And then building a loyal and engaged follower base, we have that article linked, and being authentic to yourself is also really important as well. Don't look at what everybody else is doing and try to copycat. They're already doing what they're doing. You don't need to be copying them. There's already one version of them out there. You need to be your own version and your own unique version of yourself, because that's what people love. People love the story. They love what you stand for. They'll believe what you believe in, and that's how you can get followers to join your cause and be part of your tribe. So figure out what it is that makes you unique and you different. What's your unique angle, your unique story, what's different about you. Don't try to be like everybody else. What other questions you guys have? I could go on and on about the authenticity part. So I'll just zip it for now. What other questions do you guys have? I see lots of people popping online to check out the post. That's awesome. Hey, Adrena. Love my attitude, always so positive. Thank you. I think it's just it's just who I am. That's just who I am. All right, so if you guys don't have any more questions, then I think I'm gonna end this. Thanks for tuning in today. We talked about why buying followers is damaging your brand. If you're a member of Style Collective, you can log in. This post is linked on the home page. It's also on the resources page, and you can read the full recap about why buying followers is damaging your brand, along with all of the articles. Okay, so we're not talking about boobs. We're talking about why buying followers is damaging your brand. And we linked all of the articles to help you grow your following in a more authentic and engaging way, so you have your loyal tribe behind you and not a bunch of bot accounts behind you supporting everything that you do. All right, so I love those bots that always pop into Instagram Live. It's awesome. So thank you guys for tuning in. I will post this video to YouTube, and I will see you next Wednesday with a new topic. Otherwise, I will see you in Style Collective, or you can send us a DM or leave us comments on our most recent photo with any questions or tips that you have. All right, bye guys.